Hey there, I just wanted to go through host packets because sometimes new consultants wonder what should I do with host packets, what should I include in them, and so I just wanted to give you a brief overview. So I'm currently working on my host packets and thought, oh, perfect timing. So these came in your kit, the folders. I love using them because everything's in one spot. And what I do with mine is I write the host's name on top and just kind of put like little bubbles around it to make it exciting. And I fill out all the information right here. I go ahead and tape my business card right to the front of it. And then on the inside of it, in the right hand pocket, I put 5 catalogs, okay? This is open for discussion. Catalogs are our biggest expense, but they're really only about 50 cents a catalog. And I like to have enough in there so that my hosts don't feel like they need to be tight-fisted with them. I want them handing them out. I'm wanting them spreading the word. So I include 5. I would at least include 3. So the host has 1 she can keep and has 2 to pass on to others. On the front, on the very first catalog, I write on it with a Sharpie. I write the host's name and I say, this is your catalog. Use it to make your wish list. Circle everything you want in here. Go crazy. I'm totally going to help hook you up, right? So I just want to get them excited. I want to get them shopping because when they see the products in there that they want, it's just going to build anticipation for their party and keep them engaged. And then behind the catalogs, I include outside order forms. These are the ones that are printed off from Consultants Corner. And so I put 5 of those in. So 5 order forms, 5 catalogs. And you can certainly use the ones that come in your kit. There's no problem with that at all. And then I do a pack of postcards. And on the postcards, I open them up and you can see I've put a label on there. And the label just says the host's name, the date and time of their party, the link to their website, so that all my host has to do is tuck these in their purse and hand them out to their friends while they're out and about, or pop a stamp on them and drop it in the mailbox. I want it to be super easy for my hosts, so I do that. And I put a little note on there that when they hand out all 40 of them, they're going to get a prize from me, because show attendance is the #1 thing we want to be focusing on, because that's going to lead to more host benefits for our hosts, and it's going to get you more sales, and it's going to get you more bookings and recruits because you're in front of more people. So that's huge. So I tuck that right here in this side, and then on this side of the folder, I have a few things. First and foremost, I have a Life Tastes Great brochure. I always want to have some recruiting materials in there. And then I have the monthly host special. Now this is a January one, so they get double free. So I put a little note on there pointing to the $1,000 level and say, I for sure want to help you get at least to this level. Would you love a $430 shopping spree? Now when it's not double free, I write that same thing right here. I just highlight the $1,000 mark and I write in there, I would love to get you at least to this level. How does $215 in free products sound? Would you love that? And I just use a Sharpie just to mark it all up like that. And then I have this. Now this is just a personal thing that I do, and it's just a list of host best practices. It's things like send out 40 save the date texts, hand out all 40 postcards 2 weeks before the party, have $200 in pre-orders. Actually, I think it's $250. Have $500 in pre-orders. Keep your original date. Things like that. And for each one of those things they do, I personally give them a little prize. But you don't have to, because it kind of starts to get to be a lot of prizes. But my thought is the more of these best practices that they're doing, the higher their party is. The higher their party is, the more commission I make, and so then I can afford to be handing out more little prizes, right? But again, you do not have to do this. Some people do something like this and they have it be tic-tac-toe. So if they get 3 in a row, then they can pick a prize. You don't even have to do it, but I for sure would be coaching your host to do all of those things. And then the last thing I have in here is the 5-15-5 rule. And it's just tips for having a successful party. It just means have five pre-orders, have 20 confirmed guests, because of the 20, only 15 will actually show up, and then have 5 orders after the party from the 5 friends who didn't show up, who were supposed to. And if they do that, they're pretty much guaranteed to have a $1,000 party. So this is what I include in my host packet. And I always guide my host to the back side of the packet to make their guest list right here, because along the side it gives them ideas of people groups that they can invite, friends, coworkers, Christmas card list, that kind of thing. And I just encourage them to make their list right here, so then when they have to follow up with people, it's super easy because everything's in one spot. And conveniently, there are 40 places for them to write names, because that's how many people we want them inviting, right? At least. And then that's it. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know. And here's to successful parties. Cheers.